Aloha, and welcome to another video for IS 330 Management Information Systems at Brigham Young University, Hawaii. In this video, we're going to look at the question, how do business managers successfully use information systems? Okay. Or how do successful business professionals use IS? Is how it's worded in your textbook. Okay. This is a good question because in the last video I explained that it's the use of the information technology that allows us to create value. Okay, so how do business professionals successfully use information systems? What's the secret? How do you get your return on investment? Well, there's a lot of answers to this question. Okay, but one that I really like, I'm going to show you a figure that I've taken from a researcher whose name is Rajiv Kohli. And he looked at how organizations can invest in IT and how they can learn to draw value out of them. And this is one way of looking at it. So in this figure, see if I can turn off the light for a second, back this up. Okay, so we have on this side of the board IT investments. Okay, this is where you purchase and spend money on information technology. That leads to the acquisition. Your business buys IT assets, and it develops over time or spends money developing competencies, or it learns to use those IT assets properly. That leads us over to business capabilities and then new business opportunities. Okay, so we'll talk about each of these and how they relate to the material in your textbook. Okay, so we invest in IT. Okay, these are the purchasing decisions. These are the contracts you sign, the agreements you make to implement or develop a new information system. Okay, and as part of that purchasing, you acquire, your organization buys IT assets. These could be hardware, software, databases, and such. Okay, over time and with proper training, your organization can get good at using these specific assets. Okay? Sometimes the argument is made, well, if everyone can buy the same information technology, then where's the competitive advantage in that? How can one firm succeed using a specific technology if everyone else can buy the same thing? Well, part of the answer to that is it takes time to learn how to use these things properly. Okay? You can't just buy $1 million piece of software and expect all of your employees to know how to use it correctly overnight. Okay? Think about the last time you may have used the course management system, maybe Blackboard. Okay? Different professors you've interacted with use Blackboard differently. Or maybe you have trouble using PeopleSoft, okay, to register for classes. Or different people know different tricks. They've used it over time more effectively. They may know how to save time, or may just know how to get their job done using it better. Okay? So that's all part of developing competencies with specific types of information technology. Okay? So making sure your employees are well trained in using certain software, databases, certain hardware is definitely important. And those are called IT competencies. And those don't just come overnight. Those take time for an organization to develop the right procedures and get those implemented throughout the organization. But then there's another step. Okay, we get from the IT competencies to what we call the business capabilities. Okay, so let's look at this figure again. We get to this other side, business capabilities and new business opportunities. It's the ability to take those competencies along with the IT assets that you've purchased and to develop new capabilities as a business. So what would this look like? Up until relatively recently, the ability to instantly track the location of a package sent over the mail or UPS or FedEx was not something that could easily be done. People would call up and say, "Where's my stuff?" And then they could find out, but not instantly. The development of hardware, software, and data that enabled this type of activity created a new business capability. We can tell you exactly where your product is at any given time. Okay. There's value in that. We could tell, and then we can kind of build on that and say, well, I know where it is. Can you reroute it to somewhere else? Maybe there's a change of address, or I need to take a defective piece of merchandise into a service station before it gets to the customer. Okay, those are new capabilities. Okay, at the grocery store, you may find that there's some stores that allow you to now check out your own groceries. That's a new business capability enabled by certain types of hardware. Okay, now once we have these new business capabilities, then it's up to the innovative managers to figure out, well, how do we make money on this? Where's the new business opportunity? What's the new product or service that we can sell to our customers? Okay. And this is where you get your return. And these are the skills that I hope that you will start to develop in this class, because most of you aren't going to be IS professionals. You won't be working directly with coding software programs or interviewing users to find out what the requirements are. You're not going to be installing new software. Okay, what are you going to be doing? As a future manager, it's going to be your job to build on the IT capabilities and to look and see what business capabilities can be developed and how those business capabilities can translate into new business opportunities for your firm. That's where the success comes in. And that's part of what this course is about, is helping you to develop those skills to allow you to recognize new business opportunities that are enabled by emerging and newly acquired technologies. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to your feedback. Mahalo.